Hi, Fam Jam. Welcome to another nerds. Oh, sorry, not nerds in the word. Oh my goodness, that was not going to be good. No. Thank you for joining in for another level up talk with Ark. Hi, it is a Thursday, and I hope that this can be a chat today that we're going to have. That's going to be an encouragement, support, and really us really working together on, some stuff that can be weighing us in our life. And so if you maybe saw this and you're just like, oh shoot, they're talking about anxiety. Oh shoot, what are we going to do? I don't know if I can handle that kind of stuff like that. I get it, okay? I understand that. And I realize that even bringing up this topic, even sharing this kind of thing, can be a trigger warning. So I will say this right now. Hi, you, right there, online, you. If you are feeling some kind of form of trigger warning or like a trigger on idea of anxiety, you don't need to watch this episode. You don't need to. But I also kind of want to say maybe you do need to. Because I know that when I have stuff like anxiety popping into my head, or like even the thought of potentially talking about anxiety inside of my head, like I know that can be really rough. And so I want to encourage you. Take that shot. Take the opportunity. And who knows what God's potentially going to work with you on. So, you cool with that? Can we work on that together? Throw it into the chats at all. You're wondering where's the chats? It's over there. But I get it. Some people's it's busy stuff like that. I get it. But I do wish you guys a happy Thursday. I hope that it has been a decent day for those of you who've been enjoying this, not rainy weather day kind of stuff like that. I am 100% feeling it. I'm 100% vibing on it. I'm liking that it is sunny because it means I can just enjoy the heat a little bit more. I'm a typically kind of guy that likes the cooler weather. In fact, you know what? We're going to do it. That's it. You done incurred the wrath of the Wilson, and he doth be wearing his shirt. He's just going to wear the shirt. By the way, represent the Masterpiece Arts Camps crew. Woot woot! That's right. Without drama, peeps, there couldn't be fun drama had in life, period. So, it's how it is. It's how it is. But, no, I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope that your Thursday is going well. I'm excited to be able to talk through this level up talk. And I just find it funny because primarily it's like God talking to me on that. It is a Wilson, Tom. Thank you. Thank you for throwing it into the chat, you wonderful, beautiful human being. Don't mind me. I'm just going to sneeze and it's going to get like extra germy in here for then when Pilo streams tomorrow. That's right. Retro Replay. You're going to want to be there. Probably going to be a Sims stream. Not going to lie. Probably going to be a Sims. You're doing yard work. Dude! So are you then like listening to us, or do you have your phone like propped up while you're doing yard work and doing all this kind of stuff like that? That would be kind of funny. I'm just saying, that would be next level. Guys, you can watch Graphic Word as you are doing your chores. Sorry, that was a horrible promo. Please forgive me. Please forgive me on that one. I just finished as you started stream. Well, see, there you go. Now we are the reward. So, guys, we can even be the reward for your chores. Sorry. Okay. We're done with the plugs. We're done with the whole brutal joke and stuff like that. But I would have had you in my pocket while I was doing it on full blast. Aww. Guys, Tom cares. Tom cares, and it matters to my heart. Okay, I don't know why I did that. That was just ridiculous. Multi-chat, where are you at? Yo, activity feed? That's another thing. That's kind of an important thing. We're gonna throw down multi-chat. There we go. Now I go shower. Oh, well, thank you for that image. I didn't need it, but I listen while I work. Aw, noodles. Noodles. Aww. Worthy of having in the background while working. That, oh my. Guys, okay, I can just say, Noodles just made my day. Noodles just made my day. She's just like, I listen to you while I'm at work. All the heart and the fuzzies. Seriously, Noodles, thank you. That was really encouraging. Noodles is favorite for the day. Just letting y'all know. She's the favorite of the day. Not that we're supposed to be playing favorites, right? I love it. Noodles, this is so good. Oh, you just... Okay. All right. So, we're sticking to the Disney-ish kind of vibe. Okay? Last week we talked about Baymax. And by the way, you guys made me cry even more this week because of Baymax. Simply put, yesterday I decided to actually watch the scene of, Hero wanting to destroy Callahan, aka Mr. Kabuki, the Kabuki mask bad guy, and him trying to take out his healthcare chip and just wanting him to go war mode on Dr. Callahan. And guys, it wrecked me again. And the reminder of that one was not only does God seek to show his love and service, he does serve me, he ministers to my heart, he helps me when he doesn't have to, but then the very factor that he's willing to also call out my stuff, and in the midst of that, seeing how how Baymax was willing to just go, is this what Tadashi would have wanted? Is this going to actually help you? Is this going to make you better? And the call out was real, it was genuine, but it was beautiful and amazing all at the same time. I'm getting messages. Ring some computer. Oh. Okay. Good to know. I'm getting texts. This is the one thing about having a watch. It's nice, but also no. Anywho, so that was wrecking me, and it was reminding me of maybe the reason why I really appreciate God as being like Baymax is because he's the one who reminds me of that he's got me and stuff like that. Thank you for that image, Tom, that you're going to have us full blast in the shower. Graphic word is enjoyable in the shower. Man, hashtag graphic word everywhere. Anywho, so the reminder that with Baymax, that God will follow you to any ends, and he's there for you. He cares about you. He loves on you, and sometimes to even call yourself out. A reminder of what you're doing in the first place. A reminder of why you're leaning on him in the first place. And it wrecked me. It was beautiful. It was a great moment because our prayer coordinator, Bonnie Langstaff, she walked in on me crying in my office, and it was beautiful, and I needed it. So, yeah, guys, we're going to continue on with the Disney. Here's the Tear Festival 2025. Listen to graphic word anywhere, even the shower. 100%, Tom. That should be a sticker. GW in the shower. We should actually put the graphic word logo in a shower. Graphic word in the shower. Don't do the toilet though. That would not be a good situation. Second rate, I'd say. The number 2 thought on it. Do it. No. Enough out of that. Okay. Are we ready for our talk? Give me a thumbs up if you are ready to dive into the chat, into the discussion, into the dive on Inside Out 2, specifically looking at anxiety. Give me thumbs up. Thumbs up. Oh, hydration. I do have my hydration. I am ready. Yes, Noodles is excited. Noodles is there with the mic thumbs up. That's appreciated. Thank you, Noodles. I needed that. I needed that thumbs up. And thank you, Tom, for the water. I needed that too. All right. Level up talk. We're going to be talking about anxiety. Anxiety is always watching me. No, okay, we need to stop that now because that's inappropriate for anyone to watch. Sorry. We are talking about Anxiety from Inside Out 2. If you have not seen Inside Out 2, I'm going to warn you, there is a ton of spoilers on this. I will also tell you, you need to do your homework, people. I can't just keep on doing the nerd homework for you. You need to go out there and watch, to read, to digest the goodness, and like, oh my goodness. Wow, Wilson didn't say thanks for my thumbs up. I feel... You're amazing, Tom. You're amazing. You get a thumbs up. Anywho, so this is Anxiety. Everyone say hi, Anxiety. Hi. You should have said it in an anxious tone because that makes it even funnier. Just letting you know. This is Anxiety. And what? Why? Hello? Why? We're good. There we go. Power off screen thing. Weird. Energy sufficient. Anxiety here is one of Riley's emotions. You're wondering who Riley is. Riley is the person that these emotions, joy and stuff like that, all live inside of. They're her emotions. They're their way of processing things and working through stuff like that. And it's funny because she's now hit puberty, so that meant a whole new system, a whole new board to work on, and meant whole new emotions are coming in, and that's where Anxiety, this little orangey thing of craziness, pops in. And there's a line, guys, I really need to read it to you. Like, this is like perfect. I'm actually going to... I gotta highlight this to you. This is the line. In fact, I'm gonna be starting it where I do a chat and I have a quote. I'm putting it outside my door so that the people local here, people who are watching here, can totally enjoy it. All right, the only mod is leaving for a bit. If anything happens, I will deal with it. Okay, well, nothing like now you saying that, and then the bots decide to show up. Tom, the bots came back. I don't know what to do. I'm so scared. I didn't do it. Anywho, this is the line that I thought was beautiful. Okay, like beautiful, because this is what we're gonna get to it, right? Because we don't sometimes have a great description of what anxiety is actually kind of like, and this is gonna kind of give us a little bit of guiding grounds on, or guidance on, what does that look like potentially for you if you go through anxiety. And I'll tell you this, I've been experiencing some anxiety, and it's been intense. And as soon as I read it, I was like, yep, this is insane. Well, the main mod is here, so don't... Okay, the main mod. So I'm hearing Solomon is here saving the day. Here he is to save the day. That was... Okay, I tried. Anywho. This is the line. Okay. Enough waiting, people. Here's the line. Okay, this is from Anxiety. When we first meet Anxiety. Look, we all have a job to do. You make Riley happy. She is referring to Joy. Sadness makes her sad. Fear protects her from the scary stuff she can see. And my job, this is Anxiety saying, and my job is to protect her from the scary stuff she can't see. I plan for the future. Oh, can I show you? You're going to love this. And after that little quip segment, Anxiety has like these monitors. Anxiety monitors. Yeah, this is it. And, okay, anyone... George Orwell's 1984? Yeah, this is 1984. Right here. Right there. And essentially, Anxiety takes imagination and then puts in scary threat scenarios. And it pops up as this little screen here that's not supposed to have all that stuff. But like, it's supposed to have all these different potential issues that come on up. And are playing scenarios of what are the bad things that can happen, what are the things that could be an issue, what are the things that could harm socially, mentally, emotionally, physically. Like it's everything. It is preparing for worst case scenario. And guys, that is actually not too far off. Guys, like that's not too far off when we think about anxiety. When we think about how it operates, how it works. Your anxiety originally can come out of a good intention, right? Because it's out of the potential issue that comes up. Your brain goes, oh yeah, that could be a problem. I should avoid that. Oh yeah, I should do something about this here, or I should do something about that there. And processing and working that out. That's fine. That is working on, potential threat scenarios. So that's like working in fear. And this is where I find really interesting. If you guys look at here, here we go. If you look at here, this picture, can I see it? No, I can't. What is this? Oh, go back. Go back. Get out of here. If you look at it, fear or anxiety has some similar attributes to fear. And in this case, like the straggly hair is more the case because fear barely has hair. Let's maybe try that. Yeah, there's like a little dangly hair and stuff like that. Really kind of like a thin, gangly kind of vibe, not like a we're kind of safe or bulky or kind of stuff like that. Unlike, we have embarrassment and envy and ennui. But here we have anxiety is straggly. It's scary. It's broken. It's twitchy, stuff like that. And throughout the movie, that's very much anxiety's personality, is that anxiety's twitchy. It's nervous. It's always thinking about the potential thing and trying to see it in a way that, like, if we can avoid these problems, if we just get this, we're going to get further ahead. If we do this thing and we really do it well, then we're gonna do better. We're gonna be going ahead. We're gonna be figuring out things. This is gonna be better for Riley. And near the end of the movie here, when anxiety is going through panic and all this, it's just to get 3 goals. If I just get 3 goals on my own and all of my strength, then I can do it. I can make it. And that makes sense because, Riley's in hockey camp. She wants to show off that she's really good for the team. She's going to be in with the in kids, not just the friends that she had, or she'll sacrifice her friends for the sake of the in kids, so to speak, so that's going to be better for us in the long haul. But then if I score 3 goals, then the coach will be really impressed. And if I do it all on my own without any help, even taking it from other people, that's going to make it better, and I'm going to be entered in not just only onto the team, but I'm going to make it potentially as captain or stuff like that. Like, this is how... You hearing me? Like, you catching how the anxieties just starts kicking, right? It just starts going nuts. Because it's not just the one thing. It's not just the one issue. It's several issues that are involved all at once. And that's the thing about anxiety. Even if it is just the one issue, it's the hyperfixation of that one issue and the details that come around that one issue. And anxiety tries to pose that it's all for help. And it is in its original state, but it doesn't step away then from the situation to go, well, is that actually a likely scenario? Is that actually a potential problem? Is this actually a situation that we need to worry about? Or is this something that, no, that wouldn't happen. No, that's not going to be an issue. No, we can bear with this difficulty. We can deal with this situation. We can work on it, right? And this is where the conflict, right, between joy and anxiety. Joy is the optimistic perspective, right? Joy in this case is looking at, so what if we go through this hard time? So what if we have this difficulty? And if you've watched the first Inside Out movie, you find that joy actually has some of its grounding in sadness, in some of the difficulties in life. Because really, joy without some form of sadness is actually then just happy. Happy is the euphoric, the happy, like the good side of things. It's the feel-good feeling. Versus joy is in the midst of the difficulty or facing it, that you can have perspective, that you can have hope, that you can go through the hard thing. And that's the thing that we see joy do throughout the whole movie, is the struggle against anxiety. Joy needed sadness. Yeah, joy did need sadness, Tom. That's 100% accurate. And when looking at it in this way, and being able to sit on the factor of joy did need sadness, when joy then meets anxiety, it's trying to help on the hopeful perspective. And at the start, joy is trying to manipulate that Riley is just like this. It's just this positive energy. And it's not wrong, but there are some struggles that we do face. And I love how they kind of address that near the end. I'm sorry I'm spoiling this for you guys. I'm not giving all the details. Trust me, it is such a good movie. It's like one of the few times I say Disney did a sequel right. Like, legitimately, Inside Out, I would definitely watch Inside Out 2 any day. Because it made me cry the first time when I saw anxiety do what I'm now about to explain, okay? The hard thing that actually came out of this. So you see this moment here where anxiety seems to be surrounded in this orange kind of field and stuff like that. This is during the big game, when Riley is needing to get these 3 points, these 3 goals, and to be impressive to other people, to do all this, to keep on tabs, but also to kind of like shirk her friends and stuff. Anxiety, you see, keeps on doing all the guidance, all the shifting around, because of all the scenarios, and it has to be perfect. And anytime there was a mistake, anxiety freaks out. It's like, no, we can do better. We can do this better. It's for Riley. It's for her. We're protecting her. And it gets to a point where anxiety is creating this orange tornado of, like, that's keeping all other emotions out. Like, legitimately throws every other emotion out that they could not take the reign. And joy comes into the scene trying to save Riley, save from this, like, what's a very self-destructive kind of thing, right? Like, when anxiety goes unchecked and, like, not worked through, it becomes self-destructive. And so when joy comes in and is fighting against that, and you see joy have to push through the tornado of anxiety to come in, and what you see in the moment is anxiety's frozen, staring at the monitor, that Riley is panicking. Riley's having a panic attack in this situation. Absolutely broken. She's having a panic attack, and so anxiety is frozen. And she can't let go. And it's joy that comes in and tells anxiety, you got to let her go. You got to give her a chance, essentially. Like, you've got to let this go. And anxiety's whole focus, oh my, it's that, is that like God to us? Right, Tom? Like, this is where we're going to be alluding to that. We're going to be alluding to that here, because in that moment, anxiety was frozen within itself. And that's what anxiety does to a person. And I'm telling you that right, that I see you, right, 100%. He does see us. I know where you're going with, yeah. Tom knows where I'm going with this, because we've had chats a lot recently. But frozen. And guys, I've had panic attacks. I've had anxiety moments. And in that moment, I am frozen in replay of whatever fear or concern or worry that's hitting me. It's just on loop. And in this case, the replay voice that was being said is, I'm not good enough. It's Riley's own voice saying, I'm not good enough. So I gotta keep going. I gotta do better. I gotta figure out how to do this, how to do this, how to do this. Or, yeah, right, like, I'm not good enough, or you are letting people down. Right. That I am not lovable. So I gotta work harder to be lovable. I am doomed to failure. So I gotta do better. Like, do you hear that, guys? Anxiety is a self-depreciating voice. And it can be with good intentions, right? Like, Tom, you just said, you let people down. Because the intention of it is you want to be there for people. You want to be a protector, but you need to also realize that you can't protect everyone. Those people sometimes need to choose whether they are wanting you to protect them or not, right? That's the hard part. Then that feels like rejection, and that hits even harder. But anxiety in the midst of trying to protect you is actually wrecking you, because you're focusing on all these details of things that are just not going to work out, because it becomes self-depreciating. And then when people do positively speak into you, your inner voice, this dialogue that you have then reinforced and encouraged in you, sends you more into a spiral, more into this tornado, more into the zone where it pushes everybody, everything else, and you are stuck at the controls, your anxiety is stuck at the controls, frozen. I think the one I feel the most is not loved or liked. Right. Right, the feeling that there's nothing big about you, that someone would love you, right? I hear that. You're not good enough to be loved. I feel that. I hear you, Tom. That's a hard struggle. I hear that. And then you work hard just to show that you can prove that, look, I am good enough to be loved. I get that. But the beautiful moment is Joy does break in, is able to stop anxiety, pull her out of the situation. They are able to rework it and remind Riley she is a good person. Now, this is where, biblically, or if you make a small mistake, but it does not bother them, but you think you messed up whole relationship with it. Right. It's beating yourself up, Tom. Sounds like we need to have like a coffee or chill, or we need to watch this together and we need to cry. Have like a bros movie watching time and just like bawl together. That's what it sounds like. Anywho, guys, what I want to encourage, he's down. I love it. What do I want to encourage you guys here? Okay, like here. Yeah, I'm gonna bring you back to looking just at me. You can cry on my shoulders. Right, absolutely. That's good. Guys, what I want you to hear, okay? Joy was able to break through and help bring peace back for Riley and really back to anxiety. Praise the Lord with fellowship. Amen, Mundane. Amen. Thanks for hopping in and joining in on our chat. Guys, it takes people to come in and call out the stuff that's not right. And Joy had to speak to anxiety, saying, that's not right. The way that we're going about this is hurting Riley. You need to let go of Riley. You need to let go of her. And guys, this is where this is where, thank goodness for the grace of Jesus. Thank goodness for his heart for us, his persistency on top of our persistency. It's where Jesus comes in and goes, Mike, you gotta let go of the controls. Mike, you gotta stop letting these potential fears, these potential issues, these potential things dictate how you feel and how your brain works and how it operates. And you need to trust me. Yeah. Yeah, Tom. He's saying give them to me. The hard thing is, in the midst of it, when you are so used to being in control, just like anxiety was. The anxiety got to the point where anxiety was running the ship and doing it all by herself. To the point that the other emotions weren't even really a factor. We do the same thing when we keep on replaying the potential threat, the potential issues and stuff like that. And part of that can be, have you been in survival mode? Because that is a spot where anxiety really comes in and has some legitimate stake that we're doing this to protect us. We're doing this to take care of us. We're doing this so that we can actually live, breathe, eat, sleep, stuff like that. Like, it makes sense. It's logical, stuff like that. But then when you're, say, out of that scenario, your body can still be in that survival mode. Your brain can still be in that anxiety mode. And it just keeps on holding on because it got us out of that situation. It got us out of this, but what about this? What about this? What about... And then it just becomes a pessimistic mindset. And it's not critical thinking anymore. It's not just only assessing what's the actual thing that's going on. It's now looking at all the things that could go wrong and expecting them to go wrong. Right? Critical thinking is looking at all the scenarios, the threats, and making the best decision out of it. Anxiety is looking at all the negative scenarios that can and will happen and expect them to happen, and so just simply doing the thing that just gets you by. Or in sometimes, you've finally reached that high level, now you got to maintain it because that's the thing that got you to that higher level. This is where anxiety has so many different levels. But that's not what God calls us to. That's not the thing that God pushes in us. And so, guys, this anxiety talk came out of me doing a little bit of a dive, and a little bit of dive was more like me asking ChatGPT the base root of, where this word, and I've heard this word in Hebrew, okay? So you're going to learn some Hebrew today. The word that stuck out to my head was Shiloh. And you might be like, Shiloh, like what's the deal with that? Is that like just a shy silo? Ha ha. Horrible dad joke. I get it. It's brutal. It's stuff like that. But Shiloh in Hebrew actually has two uses, okay? So you cool with working with some Hebrew deep dive in here? I promise it's going to relate to anxiety, and it's going to give us some clarity, okay? So, handy dandy iPad. So, okay.
Shia
LaBeouf. Yeah, it's clearly all about Shia LaBeouf there, Tom. Clearly. Why wouldn't you think that? Okay, so Shiloh actually has two uses. The first one is actually off of the place. So if you want to follow along on where that is, this place of where Shiloh is, okay, we're going to look it up where I had it. Aha, there we go. We're going to flip our handy-dandy digital Bible. Nice. Excellent.
Flip it.
Right? Flip it. Good. And we're going to Joshua 18, verse uno. Yeah. Guys, don't judge my horrible typing, okay? Just work with it.
What is that type?
Right, quiet you. All right. Here we are. Oh my goodness, the screen's not merging. All right. Here we go. Whoa, that was a lot of advertisement right in the face.
Read the message?
Did I read the message? What message? What did I do? Oh, Monday. Oh, dude. Okay, you're getting ahead. Oh my goodness. Mundane, you're too good, sir. We're gonna
You're smart.
We're gonna build it up, okay? Just work with me, brother. Work with me. Okay. So yeah, Matthew 11:28, we are gonna be coming back. Come unto me, ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest, right? Who are weary and heavy burden, I give you rest. Absolutely. Okay, so Joshua, chapter 18, verse 1. Now that the land was under Israelite control, so this is when the Israelites are coming into Canaan, and they've come into the promised land, and they've fought off all these other nations that were around that area. Another conversation for another time. We're not going to dive into what that detail is. But after they have done that and made it kind of like their own country, the entire community of Israel gathered at Shiloh and set up the tabernacle. Okay? Do we remember the tabernacle? Tabernacle is where God's presence was dwelling at that time, okay? Like when God was in single location areas in the Old Testament, and that was kind of like how it was, and the tabernacle was where he would dwell. Later on, it would become the temple. And so the actual cool thing that's going on here, right? Shiloh, and its actual use here, is this sanctuary. It is the place where God's presence rested, where his peace was. Okay? And that makes sense because tabernacle is another fancy way of saying tent. So it's like as if God pitched his tent, and where God is, that's the peace. This is the place of rest. This is the place where we find sanctuary, where we can have rest, where we can trust and rely that God is there with us. Okay? Thumbs up if you're tracking so far. Thumbs up. Throw them down. Let's keep proactive, people. So that's the one part of the use of Shiloh. The other one, and we're going to go backwards. Say it ain't so. I will not go. Turn the lights off. Carry me home. Yeah. We don't have sponsorships. I'm just letting you know on that one. But, you know, that one was a freebie for you. Okay. Genesis 49:10. This is now the other use of Shiloh, or the other word use. And this is the messianic prophecy that there is going to be one whom the peace belongs. Because Shiloh can mean peace. So, Genesis 49, verse 10. The scepter will not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff from his descendants, until the coming of the one whom it belongs, the one whom all nations honor. You might be like, belongs? What? What does that mean? Stuff like that. The one who's going to bring peace, period, to everywhere, to all the nations. This was the blessing that Jacob, aka Israel, was giving to his sons before his passing. And this is specifically to Judah, and saying the scepter, the king's reign, will not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff from his descendants. So from Judah's line there will be the kings. Hey, guess. Hey, hi. What tribe was David from? That's right, it was Judah. What line was Jesus from? Right, he was from the line of David, and David's from the line of Judah. Therefore, kings. Messianic prophecy. Pretty cool. Okay, and then here's the thing. Until the coming of the one whom it belongs. The one. Singular. So there's one ruler. The one whom all nations will honor. The one who is going to be bringing the peace. And the Shiloh is the whom it belongs, the one that retains it, that holds it. And in this case, yeah, Or tribute is brought to him and people obey, traditionally rendered unto Shiloh comes. Rendered until Shiloh comes. The Messiah, the one who bears it, the one who bears the peace. Guys, come on. Like, read in between the lines. It's right there. When we're looking at peace, and that's where the Hebrew context, right? Like, shalom is meaning peace. Shiloh, shalom. Interesting how it's similar in wording. They have that same root in there. And then to go to Jerusalem, Salem, or Salem, the house of peace, the house of rest, and stuff like that. It's all tied in here, guys. It's all in its root, looking at where's this peace. Where is this peace found? It's in God's presence, and it's found in Him, Christ only, right? This is why later on, when we're looking at the New Testament, because this is important, right? Like, when Jesus is coming, and we're coming to Christmas time, so y'all know it's coming out there. Mariah Carey's already trying to unthaw herself so that we keep hearing Christmas music. I'm so sorry for that. We'll be praying for your radio stations. Anywho, the thing about it is Jesus is the Prince of Peace. He is the one who is going to bring peace. He's going to restore peace. He is that source. It's no longer the tabernacle. It's no longer the spot where you sit. It's no longer this special spot that you got to run to, because there were places of safety. There were places of refuge and security where you could run and you could have safety in Him. But guys, here we have it predicted way back in Genesis 49th page of the Bible, so to speak, if you were to do each chapter like as if it's its own page. Some pages are really long. Psalm 119. Anyone? That was supposed to get a laugh. Okay, I see how it is. Crying a little bit, but it's okay. What is going on here, though, is the prediction that someone is going to be bringing all this peace. It is not from a place, it is from a person. A singular person. And when we come alongside, when we give ourselves to this, when we listen to Him rather than us and how we've managed, He's the one who's going to be bringing the peace. He's the one who's going to restore peace and order and stuff like that. So now, because Mundane jumped the gun, and we love Mundane, we're going to hit over Matthew. Achoo. Bless you. That was a horrible joke. Please leave me alone. 128. Oh, that... Guys, pray for me in my typing skills. Let me know if this is at all entertaining and stuff like this. All right. We're going to back this up. What's going on here? Okay. Judgment of unbelievers. Jesus' prayer of thanksgiving. Right. So here, okay, guys. This is where we are needing to remember who's the one who's got the authority, the one who's got the power, the one who is given this blessing, right? I love how Jesus starts in, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, thank you for hiding these things from those who think themselves wise and clever, and for revealing them to the childlike. Yes, Father, it pleased you to do it this way. Revealing information, understanding on who God is, how does He bless people, how does He guide people. And in the midst of this, right? In the midst of this, people are worried about what's this Messiah going to be like, and when is He going to be coming? When is He going to be making things right with Rome, who is the occupying, ruler at that time? And they're paying taxes like crazy on it for just having been occupied. They're looking for someone to rescue them. But this is the thing. Like, Jesus is seeing that they are hungry, they are poor, that they are doing all this work, and it just seems like there's nothing going on ahead. And this is what then Jesus is responding in all of this, right? And Jesus said, come to me, all who are weary and carry heavy burdens, I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. Let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle at heart, and you will find what? Rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy to bear, and the burden I give you is light. Okay, guys. All right. This is a personal call out. Get ready. Hi, hello. Need to make sure me and you were right here. Okay, you're gonna follow along here, guys. Notice how it said, "My yoke is easy to bear." That was a lot of intenseness. Yes, the call out. Thank you, Tom. That was good. This is the tune-in time. Get it right. It says, "My yoke is easy to bear, and my burden I give is light." Guys, what does this mean here? What does this mean here? Does it mean life's going to be easy? No. Does it mean life's not going to have struggles? No. No. Yoke in itself. So we're talking about like a yoke that's used for plowing. Like you would put it to typically like 2 bulls, or you'd put it on 2 horses and they would pull something. It's usually to till the ground or to be able to pull something big, stuff like that. And you need equal push, right? And typically, if there's a stronger horse, that even helps then the younger one to be able to go forward and learn and develop that strength together and stuff like that. Here's the thing. When Jesus says, "Come to me, all who are weary and carry heavy burdens, I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. Let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle in heart. And you will find rest in your souls." When Jesus is saying that, he's saying, I'm going to be the strong bull. Okay? We are going to be together. That means I don't move if you don't move. And if I move, I might be pulling you even though you don't want to move. That's a hard thing, right? Because we like to be like, oh, God, Jesus is a gentleman. He is a gentleman. He does care. He will not push you to, like, he will not force you into loving him. But if you are choosing to follow him, you tether yourself, you yoke yourself with Jesus. You on the journey where he's guiding you. But also that means him yoked to you. If you are not strong in the journey, he is the one who's doing most of the pulling. We need to do more of the following, because his yoke is easy to bear, because he's the one who's bearing most of the weight. Guys, you catching what I'm throwing down? He is the one who is bearing more of the weight. That's why the burden he gives you is lighter. Because ultimately, we come to God, we give it to him like, God, I don't know. And Jesus is going, you're not supposed to, man. That's why you got to trust me. That's why you got to lean on me. That's why you got to trust that I've got us. Because I'm right there tethered with you. And you guys are pulling like as if there's nobody else pulling. And I know, because I'm pulling like no one else is pulling. And you need to be like anxiety, in the point where anxiety gets the call out and has to let go. Has to let go. And it's scary, because when you're used to that kind of control, when you're used to having that kind of grip, you can tangibly feel and you're the one that's setting it. Because you don't know how other people either are seeing things, you don't know if they're seeing the same threat that you do, or any... But God sees you. Okay? God sees you. God sees these thoughts. He sees these worries. He sees these concerns. He hears you. He sees the tornado going around you. And he stands with you in the middle of the frozenness of anxiety. And he's telling you to let go. He's telling you to trust that he's got you. That he can bear the weight. That he can deal with it. Because he's the one who can take it all. He did it all already on the cross. He is the one who said that nothing is going to separate us from him. But we tend to put things between us and God. We create that tornado. But we need to listen to him. Stop running around. Stop letting your thought go. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying that's just so simple. Mike, just flick the switch. Fine, it's good. No, it takes training. You've already created a current that's going one way, and now you're forcing it to go another way. That's resistance. That's uncomfortable. That's hard. But when you give it to Jesus, and you keep on laying it over and over, because it's going to keep coming at you. It's going to keep on hitting you. You got to go, God, I need you. This is where it helps when other people come along and check in and then challenge you. You know what? I'm going to share a moment with you. Ricky Ann came in this morning, and she saw that I was in kind of a mode where I was just quiet, wasn't talking to anybody. I was just doing research. I was legitimately doing research on this. And she called me out on it. Not in a bad way of like, what the heck's wrong with you? But in a, okay, we're going to shift your gear right now. We're going to do this. She got me out of my seat. She got me moving my body. She got me reminding that I'm supposed to take it to God. And naming the things that I need to give to God. And that I'm to leave it there, trust in Him, and know that He's got me. And then you know what she did after that? Because that alone would have been enough. That alone would have shown that I'm not alone in it. She gave me a hug. She gave me a hug and said, "Love you, man. Know that you're going through a lot. You're giving it to God." Guys, you need that. This is Mundane and I. Oh my goodness. Mundane, you are a godsend. I kid you not. And Tom, you are a godsend too. I'm not trying to favor it out or anything like that.
Right back at you.
You stop. You gorgeous man. Mundane, before hopping on here, Mundane just simply said, "I love you, brother." And of course, it's like bros, right? Bros, we say, "Love you too, man." And I mean it. When I say I love you, it's like, I love you. And then he sent me a paragraph prayer. Just praying over me in my head and the stuff that's been there and weighing and just being there and fighting for me as a brother. Mundane, I'm telling you right now, verbally, thank you for that. And I know I already said thank you text-wise, but man, it's different when you hear it. It's different when you hear a brother telling you thank you, because I really needed that. And Tom, I thank you for your stubborn punk butt that gives me a kick every once in a while, because I'm thick-headed. I know it. And Tom's been around enough to see how thick-headed I am. But thank you for being the bro that checks in and literally just sends a text that's just like, "Hey, how you doing?" Yeah, man. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, right back at you, big boy.
Oh, wow. Wow. Can you tell there's a bromance going on, guys? Anywho. So here's the thing, right? Like, we just did Matthew 11. Here's another one that I want to sit on here. Okay, which one? Yeah, that's what I want. We're going to go to Philippians. Not Philemon, Philippians. And Mom, if you're watching this, yeah, I hear you. Mom's been saying the same thing, guys. Mamas are good, man. If you got a mama and she loving on you by calling you out, you know you got a good mama. Remember that, Tom. Remember that.
I never said I didn't.
I know. I'm just double checking. You beautiful man. All right. Okay. This is actually a passage that talks about anxiety right in its face. Let's get there. Get ready. So, You see it there, peeps? You see it? It's all in white. I don't know why I said it that way, but I did. Deal with it. Philippians 4, verses 6 to 7. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Okay. If you have time to worry about it, you have time to pray about it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Did you pray? Anxiety doesn't like sitting in prayer. It sucks. It's like, but then that means I'm giving it to somebody. Yep. And you don't know how it's going to get solved out. Yep. It's working on letting go of that control. Tell God what you need. Oh, come on, man. It's right there. Tell him what you need. What's going on? And thank him for all he has done. That's gratitude. How do you fight against anxiety? You are thankful for the things that he showed up for. You go, wait, hold on a second. I'm not stuck alone. I'm not solo gaming right now. Turns out you're never solo gaming. Ooh. Chew on that theologically for a little bit, guys. Thank him for all he has done for you. God has showed up. Again, guys, you're sucking wind right now. Like, are you putting the effort into for sucking wind? Are you thinking every breath that's going in and out? Are you consciously going, okay, lungs, okay, lungs, lungs, lungs. Like, I tell you, I'm not thinking it. Especially in the middle of the night, I'm not thinking about it. God does that. God keeps us together. Then verse 7. Then you will experience God's what? His peace. Can I tell you a cool Greek thing? Yes, we're into language study today. Be jealous. Don't actually. Okay, the Greek word here for peace is... Okay, everyone, ready? We're going to practice our Greek, which has no proper pronunciation because it's ancient Greek, so you can say whatever you want. But I've been told it's been pronounced erene. And if you watch the Bible Project, that's how they say it. It's erene. Erene, specifically in this one, is God's peace. So erene theo, or theos. In this case is, yes. Oh my goodness! He did it! Oh, we have a Tom participating. I love this. I'm excited, guys. I feel like I'm teacher mode. Deal with it. Okay. Irene Theos is peace of God. And in peace of God is the breakdown of two words. So Irene is ero, which is meaning join together or to make whole. You're making whole. And then, so Irene is a state of wholeness or harmony after being joined together again. It is the remaking of being whole. And we've talked about that in the past. Like true peace and its actual word is wholeness. It's being made right. But peace also isn't who is making that right. And Old Testament, we just covered, there were two places that you could be made whole. The tabernacle or the temple, because you would bring your sacrifices there and God would make you right or righteous. Oh, he would save you from your brokenness and then make you whole again. It all comes together. But here we are looking at Shiloh, the messianic, the prophetic side of it, that there's a person who brings peace. This is the person that makes you peaceful and stuff like that. This is the one that God gives, that Jesus says, the one that says, my yoke is easy, my burden is light. You lean on me, you connect with me, we're going to figure it out. I got you. And you don't even have to do the majority of the work on figuring it out. You just got to lean on me. You got to just trust on where we're pulling and just go. Really simple, but also really not. Because we be thick-headed, people. We be thick. So again, God's peace, which exceeds anything we can understand. Anything that we can understand. Right, because anxiety naturally tries to understand everything. Tries to solve it all, trying to figure it out. What is the problem? Why is this an issue? Is that likely the scenario? Is this? It goes into the absolutes, and this is the thing, but that's not trusting in an almighty being that is going to go, yo, I got you. And so you also not being dumb about it. Like, it's not just only blind faith. It's not just like, I'll just do whatever. No. You're walking in faith. You're stepping forward. You're trusting in how Jesus led, where Jesus went, and you're following him. That's not blind. That's following a pattern. And knowing that if it works for Jesus, which the whole point of Jesus being man and God is that he's demonstrating us for us people to follow his lead, his example, because we see it worked for Jesus. Not that we're going to become gods. That's not the case, but we are going to be able to be called brothers and sisters of Christ. Okay, you got it? That's a whole lot of theology throwdown. But then here it is. Oh, come on. His peace will guard your hearts and minds as you live in Christ Jesus. So when that anxiety mode starts kicking, when it starts swirling like a crazy top from HE double hockey sticks, God's peace comes down. Boom. No. We are putting a pause on that. Because you can trust that I got it, right? You can trust that I'm here with you, right? Jesus' last words to his disciples is that he would be with us to the end of the age. That's a pretty big promise. And guess what? That promise continues even today. If you're following Jesus, guess what? You're a disciple. Shocker. Disciple means you are walking with a leader. Shocker. That means you are grafting yourself to a leader, to an instructor, to a person who's guiding you. And it means you're learning. Dang. So he's not giving up on you. He's there with you. He's walking alongside you. And guys, okay. Okay. Again, level up, focus on me here. Some of you may be like, Mike, that's very easy for you to say. No, it's not. Tom's laughing because he knows it's not. He's heard my conversations with him. He knows where my brain gets. Tom, what typically happens in my brain?
Dying on the inside.
Right. Because I've got so many things that run through my head, and I take responsibility on absolutely anything and everything that I can, right?
Yep.
See? If you're like, Mike, you don't understand. Yes, I do. Oh, I do. Survival mode, I completely understand. The thing that I'm trying to encourage and challenge you is you don't need to be in survival mode, guys. And the thing that I'm saying to myself, hi, Mike, you're going to watch the playback. I know you do because you evaluate everything you do. Mike, Jesus didn't die for you for nothing. He didn't die for you to just pick up the same stuff over and over again. And you to say, no, I got it, God. I'm good. You did enough. I need to show up. He didn't do that. He died and rose again so I could lay that down to him. That I don't have to keep running in circles. That I don't have to keep on freaking out or worrying about things. Because he saw that there's no way I could do it on my own. And that's why he's got awesome people in my life like you guys who give me that head check. And thank goodness you guys can outstubborn me sometimes. But he is desperately telling you don't need to be carrying it all because your shoulders weren't built for that. Darn right, you can. Yeah, that's right. You can outstubborn me. Guys, your shoulders were not meant for that. Your head wasn't big enough for it. Your heart is not built to race like that. And I get that it's so hard to have that shift. But if it means a person texting you, reaching out to you, you need to reach out to people and go, guys, I'm not in a good mode. I need some check-in. I need some peeps that are going to call out and go, where are you at? Okay, I'm going to pray with you right now. Okay, Mike, I want you to read this. Mike, you need a brain shift. Sit on this. Mike, you need to hear this thing. It's a slow process. But he's there. God is there throughout all of it. He wouldn't be saying that if you feel this way, if you feel so burdened, if you feel so burnt, so wrecked, tired, you name it. He wouldn't say, come to me, if he couldn't handle it. And he can. That's why I love our friend group. Absolutely, Tom. Because we're willing to call out our own junk. Well, not our own, but call out each other's junks. So guys, here's the level up challenge, okay? The level up challenge I want to throw down at you. The one that I want you to sit on and reflect on. Are you willing to trust? To let go of the controls? Even just for a bit. And I mean like right now. Are you willing to let go of the controls for just a moment, even just to hear this, okay? Because I've been preaching at you, and I get it. Give me a little much. Deal with it. It's Wilson. But let go of the controls and just hear this out, okay? Okay? I'm trying to find a good one for you to sit on. Yeah, I think we're going to read that one. I could read all of Psalm 46, and like that would probably even be good. But I think we're going to sit on this verse. And yes, I'm bringing it up on my iPad so that you're forced to having to just listen to it, okay? I'm even going to turn off the music. Yeah, we're getting serious here, guys. We're going to look at John 14, and we've been there before. You want to meditate more on John 15, you go to our episode. It's on YouTube, I guarantee you. John 14, we're going to go to verse 27. I'm leaving you with a gift. Peace of mind and heart. And the peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. So don't be troubled or afraid. And you'll be like, okay, Mike, why is that important? Why is that a thing? This is when Jesus is prepping his disciples that there is going to be an advocate that comes from the Father, that Jesus is going to be gone, and there will be a point where Jesus is completely gone, physically gone from them. But he's telling them, don't worry about it, because there's the advocate. If I'm still around here, the advocate cannot come and be there with you. It's when I'm gone that the advocate comes, that the Father is sent. And that's actually verse 26 that's there. Actually, yeah, we'll do 26. To 29. But when the Father sends the advocate as my representative, that is the Holy Spirit, he will teach you everything and will remind you of everything I have told you. I am leaving you with a gift, peace of mind and heart, and the peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. So don't be troubled or afraid. Remember what I told you. I am going away, but I will come back to you again. If you really loved me, you would be happy that I am going to the Father who is greater than I am. I have told you these things before they happen, so that when they do happen, you will believe. Guys, you may desperately wish that Jesus was right here holding your hand. That Jesus was right here in front of you, talking to you. That you could hear his voice, you could see his face, you could touch his beard, maybe. I'm weird like that. Maybe you touch his beard. I don't know. But you wish that he was tangibly right there. But you have the Holy Spirit. When you are following Jesus, when you choose to make him the priority in your life, the focus of your life, you have the Holy Spirit that when these moments hit, the Holy Spirit is the advocate. He speaks for you. He is there for you. He is fighting for you. Are you willing to hear what the advocate's saying, to let him speak to you in his heart and his mind, in your mind? Because what the Holy Spirit says is what Jesus tells the Spirit to say to us. Jesus is already talking to us directly to God, lifting up our prayers to God, vouching how it is down here to God. Not that God doesn't know that, but you've got so many people got your back here. You don't have to go through it alone. So God, right now, I'm praying for the other person on the screen. I'm praying for this person right across from me. And maybe this is a misclick. Maybe this is just something that they're just like, whatever. You're like, this could be a thing. But God, I really think maybe you brought them to this moment because they've been running around like anxiety. And maybe they are in the middle of that tornado and things can't seem to be reaching in or getting to them. And they're frozen with just overwhelming thoughts of anxiety. But God, I thank you that you are you're like joy. In this case, you break through our tornado of anxiety. And you tell us to let it go. But not just to let it go, but to hold on to you. Because our hands are still going to want to cling on to something. To find trust in something. Because we've been white-knuckling it so hard that our hands naturally close on their own. God, you tell us, it's okay, you can close your hands on mine. I'm here with you. You are not alone. I see your struggle. I see the things that you're carrying, the things that you were worried about. Come to me. It's so exhausting. Come to me. I'll take the reins. I'll guide us. I'll do the pulling. I'll do the lifting. I'll do the carrying through so that you can have rest, that you can have peace, that you can be whole again, that you can be made right again and have healing again. You can learn to trust again. You can learn to be soft again. To not have those walls up because I'll be your wall. I'm your defender. I'm the one that walks alongside with you. God, I pray for that individual. I know who that individual is because it's me. Thank you for bringing people into my life that have been fighting for me, praying for me. Been up with me when my brain won't shut off and won't wind down. Thank you that they are loving me enough to kick my own butt. Thank you for your Holy Spirit that still ministers to me. I am sorry that I've pushed it away, created boundary lines, and created bad pushback scenarios because of that. I thank you for your grace. I thank you for your mercy. And I thank you for your peace. God, I pray that for that individual, that they would be willing to trust you, to let go of the controls, to hold onto your hands with the crazy grip that they've had, and know that you are the one that's able to hold on to it and be strong too. God, I pray for Solomon, even though he hasn't been on here, but we thank you for Solomon and his heart. His heart for people around him, how he prays. Thank you for the peace that he has in the midst of it. Thank you that he has been an awesome friend who has loved on Tom and me and all the others in GW Crew. God, I pray that you would just continue to be with him, to walk with him, that he would continue to hear your voice and just follow the response that you tell him to do. Thank you for his obedience in that way. God, I thank you for Tom and his heart for loving on people, to be a protector and defender, one who cares for the people around him. A really good friend. He is an awesome friend. It's weird to say when your former student is more like a friend, like a brother to you, than just this random student that you get connected with. Thinking that we've gone through different stuff in our life together, and that we continue to walk through it together. Bless him with job. Thank you that he is doing the chores around the home, but I do pray that he would find a job, that he'd be able to get work, and that he would give you the praise for that, and thank you for that. God, I'm lifting up my family and the things that weigh in my head, the concerns that weigh me down and keep me up. I'm sorry that I keep on picking these things up. Help me to give them to you. Help me to trust in your guidance, provision, care, that I can rest. Because, right, I'm not good enough, but you are. And that's enough. That is more than enough. So thank you for that. We just pray for Mundane right now, as he's got some habits that he's trying to break. Pray that your word would come through in his mind when he goes to approach some of those habits, that there would be brothers like us that just reach out and just throw a verse at him and it hits at the right time. Or just your leading in that. Help us to be a community that comes around him and supports him, knowing that he's not alone in it, that we can love on him. And just be with us as we go on out here. Help us to continue to bless others, but help us to sit in your love first. Be filled in it so that we can bless others in the overflow of your love to us. We ask this in your name. Amen. Oh, man. You guys got me crying again. Got me teared up. What?
When aren't you?
Wow. Appreciate that. That was wonderful. Picking at Wilson. I see how it is. Anywho, guys, that is your level up talk with Ark. I hope that you got something out of it. I hope that you learned to give your anxieties, your cares, your worries, your burdens over to him, because he's got the shoulders for it. You weren't supposed to carry it on your own. Follow the one who pulls you in the right direction, guides you into peace. I know it can be uncomfortable, but he knows what he's doing, and he's the one who can bear the load. So, do it. Just go for it. Do it. All right, guys, I'm going to head on out. But y'all have an awesome day. Be blessed. Continue to be a blessing to others.